What's up, guys? I don't normally do this kind of thing. Normally, I do this thing when I stream, and I just go about it and just do it. But because I wasn't streaming, literally yesterday, or yeah, yesterday, I'm basically doing this now for you guys. Basically, I'm just reacting to the whole, I guess, spectrum of Warzone 2.0. If there's a trailer in it, then I won't have to react to the trailer separately. But if there is, then I'll do that as well. But regardless, as far as anything, I'm gonna get into this now. We'll see what's going on. Hopefully, there's a whole bunch of good shit for Warzone 2.
We promised it was coming up, and now the wait is over. It is time to talk about Warzone 2.0. We got a glimpse of some Warzone 2.0 in the multiplayer reveal trailer earlier today, and it does look awesome. However, we need some true experts to help out. Back at the desk here, we have got Stephanie Snowden. Joe Seacott is joining us, but of course, welcome Jack O'Hara, game director at Infinity Ward. Joe, how are we feeling? We ready to party here? I mean, this is a lot. We need to know everything. Warzone 2.0. Stephanie, the world cannot wait.
It feels crazy for me to be up here revealing Warzone 2.0. I ended up at IW as a fan of the game, and so this moment is absolutely bananas for me. But Warzone 2.0 is everything that we loved about the original Warzone, right? Where it's based on the same experience that we all had, that fun, all of those moments, and it's a return to shared tech across the universe for Modern Warfare 2, and that's going to create a really streamlined player experience. And I think the key innovations that we discussed for multiplayer, those all exist across Warzone 2.0 as well. So we're bringing it back. It's all connected. It's the same world, and I think the players are going to love it.
Oh my good God. Real excited about this one. Again, there's a lot in this one. Jack, where do we go from here?
So MW2 and Warzone 2 have been developed side by side since the beginning, right? Since we started down this road, and they're part of the same universe. Like Stephanie said, they share the same mechanics, the same weaponry, and even more than that. But the centerpiece of all this, of course, is the new map that we've been working on since 2020 with teams across
There's a
the
new
globe.
map? Okay,
It brings together our philosophies on map design. It brings together new technologies in order to do it, and lots of artwork to make it happen. And we've learned so much from players experiencing Verdansk and playing in Verdansk over the first few years of Warzone, and we're really excited for them to land in Al Mazrah with their squad. There's a wide variety of points of interest for players to explore in this map, and we're really looking forward to seeing everybody in there.
Oh, here we go, a brand new map to explore and traverse. I cannot wait. Stephanie, let's take a look.
That's right, Miles. Welcome to Al Mazrah. This is our new map for Warzone 2.0. It is a really interesting mix of geography. It is expansive desert settings with...
First thing I'm trying to look for is to see if there's anything that I can recognize. Hydroelectric, Quarry. Was Quarry in the last? Quarry was in the last one. I don't know if it's going to be the same one. Port seems new. Cemetery, airport. Oh, I wonder if airport's going to be like terminal, which is possible. We'll probably find that out. Al Mazrah. Okay, so here's the one thing that I'm already noticing. I'm already noticing that there's an actual river in the middle, literally, of the map surrounding like certain parts. Like it goes all the way through here, and then it separates and goes through there and comes out through there. So I wonder, and I'm hoping that you're going to be able to swim in this version of Warzone. Because that's going to be a huge W, because I hated not being able to swim. That was very stupid, the fact that you could not swim in this game. It was crazy. Dumb. But hopefully you're able to. All right.
The mix of industrial areas, towns, a city, and of course water. It looks way better on this screen than it did on Twitter. But you're gonna find a lot of really cool elevation, rocky peaks, caves, subterranean spaces. This map is beautiful, and it's actually the biggest BR map that we've ever made. And I am so excited for all of our streamers here to jump into Al Mazrah later today.
It's huge. Look at the size of that thing. Okay, so that was a big picture, and it's a great way to see it from a sort of top-down layout. But let's take a better look at some of these points of interest.
So when we set out to
Ooh,
create these
okay,
spaces,
they're gonna
the
show
team works
everything.
to
That's-
make it feel like a real
That's
space,
Fortress.
Right? So
Fortress looks very much like prison, which is kind of cool. That looks pretty nice. All right.
infrastructure in between all the different what we call points of interest along the map.
Okay, so this is Quarry. Quarry is not the same. It looks nice though. A lot of buildings, so you know that there's going to be a lot of people here, whether it's camping or something along those lines. This kind of, just even in the background here, this already, and I'm going to get probably backlash just for saying this, but this already looks like PUBG. Just literally in this area here, it looks like a PUBG map. I don't know.
And if you're paying attention, you might even see a few that seem pretty familiar out there as well. And so as the team works through these, they're trying to find some variety on each point of interest to make them something.
Observatory. Okay, I recognize that over there. And this right here. This is Dome from Modern Warfare 2 and 3. But this is definitely Dome. I'm excited. This is going to be in the Warzone map. That's kind of fire. I really like, that's one of the things that I loved about the original Warzone that they did. They took a lot of maps that were in the actual game itself and they added it to Warzone, or they made it some sort of addition to Warzone, and it looks really, really, really nice. So I'm glad Dome is making a return for sure.
That the players will want to drop in and get the particularity of that single point of interest and find the place that they want to drop and
that
where
place
they want
looks
to play,
new to me, unless it's not, but it looks new to me at least.
Observatory at the center of the map, whether it be the big city that's up the top right, and whether they want
Al Mazrah City is going to be the new downtown, already calling it.
Want to explore that, or whether they want to work in some of our POIs where we have water intersecting with geometry.
Okay.
So we have
Airport.
in this one.
That looks familiar, don't it? That looks like Terminal. Yes, sir. That looks nice. I like it.
Ooh, that looks familiar.
Yeah, it does. I know.
And there's a river system that goes through all of this. So you'll be able to catch in a boat and drive between the different POIs. Here's one of our favorites, Sawa Village, which is...
That's my favorite.
Colloquially called Sunken Town.
I mean, I loved
that town is like almost completely underwater. It's like halfway underwater, so that one looks really, really cool. That one's going to be an interesting spot.
to swim, so you find me there.
Absolutely.
I'm curious what you guys think, Jack and Joe, on what the hot
Hydroelectric,
drop will be today, right? We've been talking about this the last couple of days. This is our first time seeing other people who are not us play Warzone 2.0, and so I'm just very curious where you think everyone's going to immediately drop today.
I think so they're going to drop to Observatory just to go back to home, you know, go have some fun.
They're coming home.
It's always nice. You're moving through the map and you kind of hit a spot and you're like, wait
I've been here before.
I know what this is. You have all these flashbacks.
Yeah, there's a lot of nuggets in there for some old Modern Warfare fans.
Yeah, I'll say Quarry. I think that's gonna pop off.
I think people will land around the edge so they stay in as long as possible in this match. But
Smart.
We have some news for our edge of the map players coming up.
Ooh, all right, guys. Well, the map looks absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait to watch our streamers here.
Map looks fire. I'm not gonna lie.
Build later on today. Okay, so moving on to the gameplay, we've got this beautiful space to play in. How do all of these multiplayer elements we've talked about a little bit earlier, how do they fit into Warzone 2.0?
I mean, the super simple answer is all the stuff we talked about in multiplayer, the stuff you saw in the multiplayer trailer, that's all in Warzone, right? It's all integrated. So that tactical camera works in Warzone, that decoy mine works in Warzone. Like, it's all of it's been built from the ground up for both. The slide, the dive, the water, like...
Oh my god, you're able to swim and dive. That's a huge W, bro. Oh my god, I'm excited about that. That I fucking love, because people hate water. And some of them don't know how to swim.
More swimming.
Yeah. Oh. This is a great taste of some of the water combat.
That looks
I can't wait to go full
beautiful,
Captain
bro.
Apocalypse Now, coming out of the water and knifing people. I mean,
amazing.
the
Oh my
team made some work, so you
god.
come out, you're looking all wet.
This just was...
You see the caustics on the bottom.
Yep.
I'm not even sure what caustics are. I have no idea, but it sounds great and it looks incredible.
You can see the armored patrol boat coming by there with its 2 turrets. There's some cool stuff.
So I'm glad you brought up vehicles. Steph, you touched on vehicles a little bit earlier. What can we talk about? You know, we've seen boats, we've seen tanks, we've seen all sorts. Jack, what have we got?
So we've implemented a new physics and handling model for the vehicles. So
Okay, so this is probably from the trailer.
Some will slide more, have more traction or less traction. And as you're driving them around and you're encountering them and other squads are playing with them, you can choose to shoot off the tires to kind of impact their handling. You can have them...
Wait, what the what is that? Hold on. No. Ghost just threw something at that car. Hold on.
Slide more, have more traction or less traction. And as you're driving them around and you're encountering them and other squads are playing with them, you can choose to shoot off the tires to kind of impact.
That looks like an EMP or like a shot grenade or something. That's cool as hell, bro.
The handling, you can have them...
That probably just like stops the vehicle completely. Oh, that's...
react to explosives differently based on their weight. So if you're in a heavy armored 4x4 and you get hit by an RPG, it's going to kind of bounce
the proximity mines stay on top of the water. That's amazing.
You can also choose with your squad to be rolling into a POI and somebody jumps out on the roof, somebody leans out the window, and suddenly you get yourself a lot of firepower driving into the POI. Of course, that vehicle needs to survive for quite some time in the map if you want to keep using it to go from point to point. And vehicles will run out of gas, or at least most of them will run out.
That's fire. That's fire change. And I noticed obviously a lot of battle royales have it now. PUBG, Fortnite, Apex I know does not have that. But vehicles running out of gas is a thing that is a big W. It is a big change so that people can't constantly just sit in a vehicle the entire time and camp a hill because they're sitting in a fucking a Big Bertha truck or anything like that. They can't sit here and fucking sit on a hill and just wait until they're like their gas runs out, so they can't do that. That's amazing. That's fire. I love that. That's a good change. I love it. Love it, bro. That's amazing.
Out of gas, and then you can bring them to a gas station to fill them up. If your tire's been blown up, you can get out and repair it, or you can bring it to...
Bro, what? Okay, all right, I shouldn't have paused. Oh, man, that's crazy. You can blow tires out. You have to fill with gas. There's a specific person that I play with who's going to love blowing tires out, and he's going to be a huge pain in the neck to play with just because of that. Two, the fact that you can get out and repair the tire, that's a new thing. That's I'm pretty sure that's something that I think only technically, like, you can technically do that in Fortnite, I believe. Like, you can literally throw tires onto the car and it gets, like, new tires or something like that. I don't know. But that's crazy. That's nuts, bro. That's nuts. God, that's crazy.
To a gas station to get repaired as well. And of course, we've got, water vehicles. We've got a small boat. We've got the boat that Joe mentioned with the turret at the front.
Okay, so there's 2 different boats.
So you can have that little moment cruising up the river
like a
with
dinghy,
your whole squad ready
like
to
a
rumble.
Dinghy.
So yeah, there is so much love that's gone into these vehicles.
You forgot the coolest vehicle.
The coolest vehicle?
The massive helicopter that you can fly around. And it's a moving platform with 3 doors. And you can move a whole squad through the map.
What?
Wreak havoc. It is so cool.
Oh my god.
Big helicopter?
Lean out of the window, grab your teammates, pile in a vehicle, actually, engage in battle from the window, leaning out, shooting combat.
Unless somebody blew off your door.
That won't.
That does complicate things, doesn't it?
PTSD from Joe killing me many times in our play tests.
Well, I hope the gas prices in Almaz are okay. I feel like there's a lot going on in Warzone 2.0.
That's a funny meta joke. He gets a clap. He literally said the gas prices, hopefully that they're not as expensive. That's funny. That's funny, bro.
And my head is quite frankly spinning. What other massive changes have we got in store? Because it feels like there's so much that's changed. Is it still a gulag? Do we still have circles? Is it still gas? I know there are guns, but do we shoot them? What's happening?
What do you want to jump in?
I know there are guns, but do we shoot them? Really? Wait, hold on. Really, brother. Really. Yeah, okay.
We've made some pretty sweeping changes, I think, to the high-level components of Warzone 2.0 to continue providing players with both a dynamic and rewarding VR experience. But Warzone 2.0, you're going to hear it over and over again today. It's about fun. This is about playing with your friends, having fun, friends new and old. Maybe you're making them a game. And I think one particular feature that I cannot wait to see the streamers engage with will be our prox chat.
Yes!
So it's coming. It will be in Warzone, and there's going to be some amazing clips. But I think Joe can tell us a little bit more about looting in Warzone 2.0. I'm listening to that.
The streamers love prox chat.
They're like, yes!
That prox chat's gonna be crazy. Literally, if you literally talk in game, that means other people are going to hear you. That's kind of nuts. That's crazy, bro.
You know, in looting in Warzone 2.0, we still have the humming crates. You know, you can still travel around, and your mom's going to go inside, go to the medicine cabinet, and get you something to a Band-Aid, Neosporin, whatever. So that's our looting. If you need health items, you can hit a bathroom in a building, and there'll be a medicine cabinet. You can open it up. If you want to get loadout items, there are these hidden caches throughout in between the POIs that are in ground, and you can memorize where they are because they're always there. So you can kind of start to develop these paths through the map of how you loot. And there's this logic applied to looting. You know, you can find toolboxes that'll have grenades and things in them. And you find these other crates that are kind of like, it's as if the military that occupied this space came through and dropped off military items. Those crates are always there. So you can always have this reliable layer to looting.
Incredible. This sounds
Okay, I don't know if that's the one portion I don't know if I like, to be honest with you. I for whatever reason, I don't think the only other thing I can think as far as that specific thing is basically health items are coming back into the game, meaning it's going to be like that portion is going to be like Blackout, so there's going to be armor and health items, which it's okay, but I mean, if there's no specific amount of like if it's its own slot, like if you have a backpack, like it's not like Apex or Fortnite to where you have to have a dedicated slot for those things, or it just takes up a certain amount of space in a backpack or something. Like if you can do, if everything's the same as it was in Warzone 1, the first Warzone, you have a slot for, you have whatever for ammo, you have a maximum amount of tactical and tactical and secondary grenades that you can basically have, or your primary and your tactical, whatever. And you can have that. I mean, the weapon caches are weird. I don't know if I like that, because then that means you have to go into a weapon cache, either find a gun that you want in that cache, or it's just a random gun that you have to pick that you have to use for the entire game unless you get to another one. And even if they are still there the entire time, I don't know how I feel about that. Literally, just it makes it. I don't know, that changes a lot of fundamentals about Warzone that a lot of people liked. But I mean, they're probably also doing it so that they don't have to sit here and worry about like loadouts or anything like that. But we'll see. I don't know. That's gonna be a big what if, and we'll see what happens from there, I guess.
Sounds really exciting. We go on a road trip through Al Mazrah, quite literally, like have a route we plan, hit the gas station,
pick up
gas
snacks.
up, yeah, pick up snacks, pick up ammo and all sorts. Okay, cool. So what about circle mechanics? I mean, this is obviously a huge component of BR's, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, the circle's been a staple of BRs. It's been really hard to move away from it, so we kind of talked about what could we do to mix things up with the circle. So we've got this new mechanic where the circle can actually split, almost like a cell splits, into 2, 3, or even 4 circles. And then those circles kind of close down, and what it does is it segregates teams, and you have these micro battles in those circles, and at a certain point you're like, okay, we've cleared out our circle, we think we're good, and then those circles merge, they come back together, and you have this very directed fight of like, as the circle's moving, you're like gearing up in buildings, you're like, here we go, it's about to kick off, and as soon as those circles hit, you have that final fight. So it's another kind of like twist in the gameplay that we feel like is a cool world event that would happen, like, oh, the circle's splitting, we need to do X.
Crazy. Get it!
I don't know if I like that mechanic either. I understand it when they decided to make the circle move originally, but now not only are they making the circle still move, which was fine, it was a fine mechanic, but now they're adding a whole element of splitting the big circle off after maybe the second or third circle to make 3 smaller separate circles that people will have to move to either one to make sure that they're safe, and they have to stay there and then move yet again with that circle to then fight, whether you're fighting in one of the 3 small circles and then you have to go to the very final. So I don't know if I like that mechanic. That's really weird. I I don't know. Like, I can completely understand where you don't have to sit here and worry about, people maybe camping. But let's say if that third circle splits into their area instead of, like, obviously it's going to be random, but like I would assume that it would split into 3 smaller areas that would be closer or decently close to where the final circle is going to be. And they haven't said anything about contracts yet. I don't know if that's something that they're going to get into, but to be honest, if contracts aren't a thing, I don't know how much Warzone 2 is going to be played, because literally Warzone was for contracts. And I know a lot of BRs are doing it now. The only one that I really know of, to be honest, is actually Fortnite, and then that's kind of really it. With their whole bounty system, it actually made you go after people instead of just going after a win. But I mean, if they're taking that stuff out, I don't know how that's gonna fly.
In the car, we're going now. Go! All right. So apart from circle splitting, what about the Gulag? Is that still around? I mean, there's so much change, man. I mean, I'm ready for it, but Joe, what do we got?
The Gulag, we've been experimenting with, we've tried some crazy things with the Gulag. But the current version of the Gulag that we have running right now, where we're excited people to play, is you're not in there alone. You actually have this temporary alliance with another opponent in the map, and you have to work together, and if you can defeat the other team, you can get out. And after that, you guys are enemies again. But for that moment, it's like, all right, we need each other. Let's do this. You use the proximity chat to talk to each other. And the other thing we've been playing around with is you may see a little bit of an AI presence in the Gulag. So you have to be on your toes. Like, you're working with an enemy. There might be an AI here. You're picking up weapons. And we're excited for people to try it.
Wait, so so just based off of what he said, it's a 2v2 Gulag. So not only is there going to be a 2v2, but there's also possibly going to be AI in that Gulag. And in that Gulag, you choose weapons before you enter the Gulag, or before you fight that other team. That's so weird. Why would they do that? Why would they change that completely? Just I would say personally, just keep it the same. I understand that they're trying to make things new and make things different. Obviously, that's what they're trying to do, and that's what they're meant to do. But at the same time, why would they change one of the mechanics that people loved about Warzone? That's crazy, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna get feedback today too, and like Joe said, we've been through some pretty wild iterations of the Gulag, which I will not reveal here, but there's a lot in store.
There certainly is a lot in store. Jack, I have heard of a new concept coming to Warzone 2.0 called Strongholds. That will include AI that may impact how players get their weapons, etc. Can you clue me into what that's all about and if it's even true?
Absolutely. So strongholds are reinforced buildings that the AI is occupying inside Al Mazrah in BR. And the players can choose whether or not they want to engage with them and assault them to get cool rewards, including free loadout items, which is one of the new ways that we're adding for players to get their hands on their best weaponry. We've worked really hard to bringing AI at scale into Warzone 2, and you're going to encounter them in multiple modes in different ways. In BR specifically, they're in these strongholds, and if you get to a stronghold, you can find the location of a black site, which is going to have even cooler stuff in it, and you can fight your way from one to the next. But in other modes, you're going to find the AI occupying large portions of the map and just kind of protecting different POIs in different ways.
Unreal.
Okay. That literally is just very similar to the only other thing that I've seen that I can literally compare it to is, I mean, technically it would be like those weird air balloons that Fortnite used to have, to where you can literally kill the main people there, get their weapons, get legendary stuff, and then go start fighting. Apex also did this, or they have that currently, to where you literally just go into one specific little bunker and you fight an entire AI system, and you would most likely get like ammo, attachments, better armor, or whatever, to help you. Basically, it's normally better attachments, maybe ammo, things that fit your kit and upgrade you and your stuff. So hopefully it'll be something good. Hopefully it's not going to just sit here and be a thing where super sweaty people are just going to be like, oh my god, we can hear people fighting in a stronghold, so we're just going to push that stronghold, and as soon as they're done with the stronghold, we're going to fight them. Like, that's one of the downsides that I see with it, but hey, I don't know. Maybe the AI are actually not going to be bots, and they're going to be pretty decent and hard to fight against. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, so we've all heard the rumors that Warzone 2.0 is going to have some very, very interesting new modes. Would you care to confirm or deny Stephanie Snowden?
It's finally time. I have read about some new modes on the internet recently, but one of the most exciting things about Warzone 2.0 is confirmation that an all-new sandbox experience is coming at launch. I am happy to announce DMZ, Call of Duty's extraction mode, will arrive with Warzone 2.0 at launch later this year. I played DMZ for the very first time on my first day at IW, and to this day, playing it nonstop, the possibilities with this game mode blow my mind.
So DMZ, I can also confirm that DMZ is real. But we're not going to go into depth on it today because we do have to keep some stuff in reserve. What I can tell you, though, is we've created a rich sandbox where you can define your own win condition. You infiltrate Al Mazrah, you accomplish your goals, and then you decide to extract when the time is right. It is played across the whole map, and the AI is occupying large sections of the map, and they are lethal opponents, and they do command your respect. You have to watch out for them. You have to work with your team. They patrol areas, they occupy strongholds, and they'll reinforce based on players' actions. And then on top of all this, you can choose which mission you want to accomplish, or you can chase after a variety of activities in the world. And you can play this differently depending on your playstyle. You can go loud, like I always do. You can go quiet, or you can hunt other players or avoid them entirely. Or you could just decide, hey, I'm going to explore the secrets of Al Mazrah and see what's there.
Loot up, exfil, it's totally up to player choice there, and I'm really excited about the full scale of what we're delivering for this chapter, and we want players to have an amazing experience in Warzone 2.0. We've been listening to the conversations in the community, specifically around small maps, Ricochet, anti-cheat, ranked play, and beyond. And trust me, although we're touching on some of the core updates to the overall Warzone 2.0 experience today, and mostly focusing on BR, there will be more news to share over the coming months.
Okay, and then that's literally it. Okay. That was interesting. It was pretty interesting. I don't personally know how everything's going to be. As far as just from what it sounds like it's going to be cool. Just at least top, like just everything else, from what it sounds. I don't know. I don't know. Literally at this point, only time will tell. Modern Warfare officially doesn't come out until the 28th of October. So I don't really know what's going to happen. The DMZ thing, it sounds like it's like I don't want to sit here and say it's like a form of a zombies mode, but it seems because I heard Xville, so I like immediately thought of Cold War zombies, but I don't think it's going to be like that at all. I mean, if they're stating, oh, well, there's going to be AI all over the map, and then you can exfil, so it's basically like a special ops kind of thing, to where you can go in, do certain things, you set your own win condition, like you have to, I don't know, take out like 5 strongholds, and then you can leave. Obviously, because they didn't explain anything, it kind of sucks, because they don't talk about it, but I don't know. We'll just have to see within the next coming months. As far as anything, I mean, I enjoyed it for the most part. I hope you guys did as well. If you guys did enjoy, I would appreciate a like and a sub. Thank you. I love you all. Peace out. See you later.